I'm with Josh Haggerman and Steve Scrivner, and they had quite an interesting night, the night that the tornado came through Eldon. Steve, why don't you start telling your story, because you live a couple miles outside of Eldon towards Barnett, near Crown Power, and you said you had a great view of what, well, if you can tell, a great view of what was going on. So what made you go out and look at it? That's important.
Well, at like 9 o'clock, we was watching the weather forecast, and we seen that they was calling for high winds and tornado activity and stuff like that. And once the initial storm passed and the tornado went towards, I believe it was Hallsville or something like that, we decided to head back to our house away from where we was at. And when we got there, I got in the shower, and then immediately my wife come in and got me and said that it was all breaking loose outside. So I told them to go wait down in the stairwell to the basement. And I went and opened the back door, and it was raining so hard I couldn't hardly see the railing on my back porch.
Wow.
And then like a light switch, it just quit, and it all went silent, and the wind stopped and everything. And I told them to seek shelter and go down by the concrete wall. And I could hear what sounded like a train whistle, real loud. And I went outside and started looking at the sky, what you're absolutely not supposed to do right here. And when I was looking up trying to find it, I didn't really see anything. And actually where I was at, I could still kind of see stars and stuff making here and there. And I turned and looked this direction, and from my back porch I could see Eldon City skyline. And I seen the funnel cloud coming in, and actually it was two funnels a couple of times. That broke.
That's what they wondered about, because of the way it hopped around. They said it either had to be two, like sister twisters or something. Yeah.
Right. I've seen it when it came down the first time. It was hooked back real far. It come down and hooked back and then went down, and it looked like two of them at the time. And it wasn't very long. As soon as it kind of disappeared, where I could no longer make out the funnels, I could just see the cloud coverage, and see it kind of turning in the air. It looked like an arc weld was shooting into the sky. I mean, it was not lightning coming down. It was a big blue beam of like electricity that was going up.
Transformers probably, or
popping, and hear trees. What sounded like trees breaking. I mean, it just sounded like a war zone down there. About 15 seconds after all that went down, him and my sister called me, and they were trying to seek shelter and find a storm shelter because of all the chaos and the trees and the buildings and stuff coming apart. They couldn't navigate themselves around. So I talked to him on the phone for a little bit until they could get navigated around town, and they ended up fleeing my direction because it had stopped there.
Yeah. And you live, you said, right near Apperson Park, where I guess it entered the city.
10th Street.
That's
10th and what's that street out there? Walnut. 10th and Walnut.
And that's where it basically entered the city, was at Apperson. And so, now, what did you experience?
Well, my phone went off, and saying we were under a tornado watch, and so I jumped up, turned the news on, and it was saying it was rotating over gravel, heading toward Eldon. So, within I'm assuming it was going to be 10, 15 minutes before it was there, but within 5 minutes it started wind picking up, and I was under the impression that the wind was coming before the actual tornado, and so we made it there, and it started getting windy, and which that was basically the tornado. It blew hard. When it was done, so we was like, we better get to the storm shelter, because we thought the tornado was actually coming, after that. So we jumped in the car and, was trying to get around. Couldn't get around. Trees were down. And
seen any flying debris or anything?
No, it was pretty much done the time we jumped in the car, but there was debris everywhere you turned. You couldn't get the power lines and branches.
So then you ended up deciding to head toward Barnett to Steve's house.
Yeah, when they was on the phone with me, she was trying to navigate because he was driving. She was pretty distraught.
I can't imagine.
All I could hear over the phone, and of course, the tornado wasn't done. It was just done where they were at. It was making its way
across town,
outskirts of town. And when they was on the phone, she was just distraught. And every time I was telling them which way to go to get to the storm shelter, they would run into something, and there would be a tree or a building or a car, and then finally I just said, just quit going that way.
Go back and come to,
And, she was hyperventilating on the phone, and, when you're hearing that on the phone and then seeing all this stuff in the sky.
Yeah, you witnessed it. You're seeing it happen while they're on the phone with you, and
it was wild.
It's like, that's
hearing it, I could still hear the loud whistle from the tornado, and I could still see the sky rotating above the sky. I couldn't see the funnel at that point. I could only see it when it started to come into town.
That's got to be surreal. I mean,
it was
it's
my sister, she was, They love him to death too. But my sister was in the car on the phone with me, distraught while he was driving. And you don't know exactly. I mean, I know where they're at in town. I didn't know where the Twister was
Right.
at the time, you know, and I don't know if by them navigating, if they're driving right back into it.
Into the path, or
and of course, he's under the impression it was coming from Gravois.
Yeah, we were still coming, you know, so that's
So he's thinking, no, I can't turn around and come to you because this is just the wind.
it's going to come. I'll get hit on the way to 52 or something.
Yeah, and I'm trying to tell him, no, I see it. You need to turn around, you know, and get out of there. But it was just chaos.
That was insane.
Yeah, and he come to the house and we stayed there for a few hours. We let the rains come and go and let the wives kind of calm down. Once they went to sleep and everything was at its resting point, probably 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. We came and checked on our friends and relatives and stuff, and went around and seen people, asked if anybody needed any help, and we come and checked on the building.
So was your house okay?
Yeah.
You
The house was okay.
just missed it by probably a block maybe.
Yeah,
huh?
Didn't miss it by far because it threw something into the back window of his vehicle.
Yeah,
Busted
it's
the
right
glass.
over there.
It busted the glass out of his SUV.
Not as bad as some people, but
No.
You know, actually, when we got back, there was a big tree down. We couldn't even turn on his road. We had to go around.
and I didn't even see that when we left out of there. It was just so.
Well, you know,
trying to get out.
they said the last time that Eldon was hit by a tornado, actually, it took pretty much the same path, and it was 1927. So, there's probably not anybody alive, or if they were like 5 years old when it happened, maybe, but yeah, so hopefully this is your all's one in a lifetime experience of something like this. And so
we're just glad that nobody died or got hurt.
Oh, yeah.
The whole town's fortunate. I feel sorry for everything that happened to everybody, but it could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, you can rebuild buildings and houses, but you can't rebuild, if somebody dies, it's over. So, well, thank you very much.